Okay. Namaste. Uh,
Namaste.
Today we're going to start the series uh, online interview about the masters, uh, their yoga journey and lifestyle. So, behalf of Body and Soul Yoga Studio, I would like to welcome today Master Dev.
Namaste.
Okay, so Master Dev, we're going to start. Um, so my the first question I would like to ask you is just first. Sorry, just introduce yourself first.
Okay. So my name is Deven Das. I am from Jamshedpur, India, and I completed my studies in bachelor in yoga therapy. And right now I am working in Vietnam, and even I am pursuing master degree in yoga therapy.
Oh wow, master degree in yoga therapy. So
Yes.
this is a 2 years course, as I know. So where do
Yes.
you do it for this course? From where you
I am
doing this?
doing this. I am doing this course from the S. Vyasa University in the Bangalore, which is called as Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Samsthana. It's the biggest university in all over the world, which contains Anveshna Research Center.
Okay, nice
So
to know.
my bachelor is also from that university, same in the regular. And now I am continuing with my master degree. In the future,
Okay,
maybe I have planned to do the PhD also. Let's see what future says.
okay, good. Okay,
Okay.
so where are you from, and how did you come to yoga?
Okay. So I am from India, from Jamshedpur. It's the Jharkhand state. So yoga come to my life. It's a long story. So do you have it? Can I speak very frankly and honestly everything?
Yeah. It's take time, easy.
Okay. So the first time yoga I introduced in 2009. Yoga come to my life 2009. So there was my friend, one of my senior friend. His name is Pravesh. Now currently he's working in the Hong Kong in pure yoga. So he was my first inspiration. And how I know about the yoga, like in my area, there is a one many cultural programs used to go like in our main traditional is Durga Puja, as you know. Okay. So in the Durga Puja, there is always a traditional programs is going on. Many pupils, many kids, they used to do dance, used to show some talents, some used to show yoga performance, aerobics. So always there is a one person always I used to see that he is doing yoga performance. And then I wanted to become like him. So first I got the identification about him that he is Pravesh, he is doing yoga. Then I come to know about the yoga, and I got inspired by him, and then I joined Karmakar Institute of Yoga. It's the biggest institute in the Jharkhand. Then I practiced yoga. So I think 2009 to 2014 I practiced and played a competitions like district, school level, then um, state level. Then I played international. After that, then after the 12th, after my 12th, then I was in the dilemma that what shall I do now? I also wanted to be a yoga teacher, but I don't know that what to do to become a yoga teacher, what we have to study. But there was my plan, like I will do some short-term courses, like 2 months or 3 months, like short-term yoga teacher training courses. But then, like my journey started, how my journey was started in the life, that suddenly after my 12th, my stream was commerce, but I hate that subject. Very honestly, I'm telling you, I hate that subject because I don't want to join
I'm
like
a
any
commerce
bank.
graduate as well. I
Okay,
got
I'm so sorry, but I don't like that subject because I don't want to waste my life in the bank doing. Then when I took any admission, when I was going to take admission in my college, like Karim City College, although I was not happy with my life, but my subject, even my subject also, but still I want to do something which was very unique. And then one day suddenly, the day when I will start my first class in my Karim City College, my graduation first year, there was one person come into my life. Suddenly I meet him accidentally. That's why I called him. He is like an angel for me. And he called me and he told me that if you have planning for the, yeah, yoga teacher, then you must study about the yoga, like you should do the graduation master degree. And I was surprised completely, how in the yoga there is a graduation, there is master degree. It was unbelievable. It was completely unbelievable. Then he introduced the SVyasa University. He called me in his house, like he is telling me that you should do that course. You should know what the actual yoga is. Don't go for any short term courses. That is not good at all. In the maybe in the future, the yoga is becoming like crazy for everyone. Maybe in the future, yoga will be the government job. So maybe in the future, you will need this. So I said, okay. Then anyhow, many people helped me in the financial to take the admission in the SVyasa University. And then I joined the finally SVyasa University and I learned the graduation. It was really a very good subject I would ever have in my life. And then when I completed my first, one thing more, when I go to SVyasa, there is 1 month course, YIC. Okay, that is yoga instructor course. So when I joined yoga instructor course, I was thinking that that is enough. I think I know many things about yoga. Maybe I am master now in the yoga.
Yeah, many
Because
people think like this after do
yes,
the
even here
200
I
hours.
also feel something like that. But then when I did the last day of my YIC, I learned I learned lot of things in the last day, and that makes me join BSc. Even I was thinking that okay, now I cannot live in this ashram, because ashram life, I think if anyone
Yeah,
has left in the ashram life, it's very difficult.
yeah,
But still I managed because I don't have any other option. Now I cannot go back to home and I cannot say that no, I don't want to study that, because I already missed my opportunity in the my college also. So I have to study. And then anyhow I motivate myself, okay, learn, try, let's see. Then after learning in the middle, after 4 or 5 months, when my journey begins, when my learning begins about the yoga therapy, there are so many subjects. After graduation, then I felt that I really don't know about yoga. I have to know more. This is nothing. This is nothing. And that today making me leads me to do the continue the with the MSc master degree. So
nice.
this way my journey started and still going on.
Actually, you have done the very good decision to do the BSc instead of doing the only 200-hour course.
Yes.
So, what is yoga to you? How did you feel after your first class?
See, yoga have million or billions of definition. It depends on the way you see, the way you accept the yoga is. When you will read the books of the yoga, it will be always telling that yoga is a huge joining of Jivatma with the Paramatma. So for me, joining is the yoga, the one which joins. Like the word yog in India, in Hindi, we said yog means the plus sign, the symbol of the plus addition.
Yes, Adisa.
For me, yeah, that is the yoga. When you're adding something with the something and which gives to the positive results, okay, that is yoga actually happening. Like very short example I am the giving you. Maybe you have the high iPhone in your hand. It may be 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees, anything. Okay. But whole day you have used and now there is no battery. And there is no battery. Now you don't have the charger also, the phone charger also. So the phone is useless. You have to throw the phone. There is no another option to start the phone again. And then to make the charge to the phone again, if you want to use it, you need to charge the phone. So for that you need the charger. And if you put the charger in the phone, still the phone will not on, because there is another circuit which is electricity. Now you have to put the charger in the electricity. There is 3 circuit is adding. And then after 2 hours, you are getting the result with the phone 100% battery. So this is the process, this is called a yoga. So that's why in the traditional book, it's saying that yoga is the joining of Jivatma with the Paramatma. Not only Jivatma with the Paramatma, the individual soul with the universal, actually joining of anything. Like suppose when you are doing the postures, okay, maybe you choose one Bhujanga asana or Trikonasana. Okay. So maybe you are doing the posture very well. Your figure is completely athletic. Okay. Yogic figure. We are very slim. And when you are performing the Trikonasana, it's looking absolutely fine. You can take the photo, you can upload it in the Facebook. It's really looking a best alignments. But you have to check their yoga is happening or not. If you see that there is no breathing, he or she is not breathing properly, or after coming from the posture, maybe you ask the question, where you get the stretch? Maybe he unable to tell you the answer. Okay, so that means there is a lack of awareness. Maybe he did the posture, just physical posture, but there was a lack of awareness, a lack of concentration. So when you are doing the posture, you have to follow the breathing, you have to follow the awareness, you have to be happy, because like Patanjali itself says that in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Sthiram Sukham Asana. Sthiram means steady, Sukham means happy, asanas means the posture. So if you don't feel the happiness in the posture, if you are pushing yourself and you are getting hurt, there is not a yoga. Yeah, there is an addition. There is an addition. But if it is giving you the result like pain, then you are getting the negative result. So it's called a bhogi, not a yogi. So when all this thing happening with joining yourself, and then it joins your body and the soul, body with the mind, then it's called a yoga.
So, how did you feel after your first class teaching in Vietnam, especially?
Teaching in the Vietnam, especially. Okay. So,
Yeah, I would like to mention teaching in Vietnam especially because as also I'm come from India, and as I also I know yoga in India is very different, and when it come to your not only Vietnam actually, when you come to
okay.
Southeast Asia, yoga is very different. So I would like to know your first teaching experience as a international yoga teacher in Vietnam. How do you feel? Not experience with the India, just the Vietnam.
Okay. So when I come to the Vietnam, I felt a little bit disappointed, a little bit disappointed, because what I have been learned with the yoga in India, that is completely different. The motive of the yoga is completely different. But when I come to the Vietnam, I felt lot of lot of disappointed, because of the conception of the yoga in the Vietnam are totally are totally different actually. Like in India, we do the yoga for the peace, but in the Vietnam, people do yoga for maybe for the sports or for the sweat. If they feel that if they are not sweating, then they are not doing the yoga. So
I
this
would like
was
to
my
stop
feeling.
here also for a while for you. Um,
Yeah.
I will bit correct your answer here. Uh, I think we should we have because all the fingers, the 5 fingers, not same. So at the same every place, not only in Vietnam, even in the I just that's why I mentioned Southeast Asia, all the people mostly they would like to adopt the modern yoga. Okay,
Yeah.
but then some of the people also we have who also like to go with the traditional. So it's a mix of
Yeah.
people. We can say the people may less
Yes.
less to want for the exactly one. May people may less, but not everyone. I think so. What I observe. Okay, you can continue, please.
Yeah. So this is my feelings, and what did I understand that, like, as I said, as I learned that yoga is in everywhere. Yoga is in everything. When you are practicing the yoga, if the sweat is also coming, that also we can say yoga, because that day I understand that what is the concept between one when she is practicing. Maybe today I am practicing for the peace for the yoga. Okay. So when I am doing the yoga class, if I am not getting the peace, so there is a not a yoga. So now if you have the conception to, I want to lose my weight, I want to sweat, this is your conception, and then you choose the yoga. And when you practice the yoga asanas and the postures, and you are really getting the result completely, that you are sweating and even you are losing the weight also. Understand? So there is also a yoga is happening. There is also a yoga is happening. So that day I completely understand that yoga is everywhere, and actually everything is the yoga. When it giving you the positive result, then it is the yoga. Is, you cannot say, or I cannot say that yoga is only for the peace.
Okay. So why did you decide to start teaching yoga? And what you quality do you feel are important to build and work on as a yoga teacher?
So
You
when
can
I
answer the
was
part.
learning the yoga,
You
huh?
can answer the part. You can answer the first one, then later you can go the second one.
Okay. So when I was learning the yoga, okay, so I see many emotions, many feelings. Like when I was in the ashram, there is an Arogya Dhama also, hospital also. So when we are get the training to handle the patients, we have deal with a lot of patients, you know, many different kinds of patients. And
Patient in the
especially I
sense,
handle the, yes,
patient in the sense, patient.
patients in the sense the, like, psychological patients. Especially when I was in the training period, I was facing, I was just facing the only the psychological patients, like anxiety, depressions, stress level. Okay. Then one I just introduced in my SVS that I learned about the schizophrenia. What are the problems of the schizophrenia? Okay. So actually in the BSc, we get the training to handle all the kind of a C-section patient. C-section patient means any kind of mental disorder. Okay.
Mm.
So when I was dealing with them, so I have to ask the past history, that how did you got this? So many patients have a lot of emotions or very sad past history, many past history. Many of the suicidal cases there is also there. Like there is a one woman, she is a mother, okay, just 45, 46 years old. She is completely in the stress and gone to completely depression. And why she is sad? Because her son is only 22 years old,
Mm.
committed suicide. Then because of that problem, she went to completely depression, anxiety, everything she is suffering. Then many cases like her son or daughter got accident, and in this they have died in the road. These are all the problems. Many businessmen, when they lost, okay, like there is a many foreigners also who come to visit in the SVSR. So when I was dealing with them, they have a lot of problems. Like when they are lost in the business, they completely gone, means completely gone in the depression and stress level. And when they get the stress level, they get some body problems like organs dysfunctions, then brain dysfunctions. Then I have seen much of these cases like that, where modern science or modern medical science cannot help, completely cannot help. They try, they give the medicine, and in the last they say that now only God can save you. When there is a no hope, then they come to the SVS University to do the yoga. And there I have seen a lot of miracles, lot of miracles. So then I choose my path, that now if yoga is helping them, then if I start teaching the yoga, if I start teaching the yoga, then how much I can help them to come out from the emotions level. How can they deal with their emotions level? Many people just runs after the money, after the money. They want to earn money, but they are forgetting to take the normal health care. Because of the business, because of the money, they forget to take the breakfast in the time, the lunch in the time, dinner in the time, completely different timings, which also leads to a very poor health. So that's why I choose this path to teach everyone the, like, yoga is a way of life. You do whatever you want. You can be in the any business, you can do in the any job. No need to come to yoga professional, you also start yoga. I'm not saying that. But wherever in which field you are, you can do all the work in the yogic way, so that you can handle your stress daily to daily life. You can overcome with that.
Okay, good answer. What
Hmm.
what quality do you feel are important to build and work on as a yoga teacher?
What are the, sorry?
What are the important qualities to build
Yeah.
and work as a yoga teacher?
Okay. So first, he should have the communication skills and personality development, because yoga always talks about first discipline. Yoga is a discipline. As Patanjali, very grateful, he says that asana, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana, dhyana, samadhi, that yoga is a discipline. So if you don't have discipline in your life, then you should not be a yoga teacher. So
Mhm.
first, should be a discipline, how to talk, communication skills, personality development. Okay, the way you demonstrate the postures, the way you give the instruction, the word delivery, this should be completely inside you before you become the yoga teacher. And there should be a knowledge, like in Indians, there are many scriptures you can follow, that to just get the basic knowledge of the yoga. Of course, now when you are going to Vietnam or any other countries in all over the world, suppose you are going to walk in the America or in the Europe or in the Canada, so maybe you are not teaching that what you learn yoga from the scriptures. Maybe they will be not be interested. Okay, but your concept should be clear, that what the yoga is actually. If you don't have the concept clear, then you cannot teach your member well. Or maybe you are giving the instruction properly, but when they will ask you the question, you cannot answer. So you must have the basic knowledge of the yoga from the scriptures, not only through the normal books or the Google.
Why do you teach? Do you have any recommendation yoga reading? Any book you want to recommend for your student and your friends?
I must say that they should follow the Hatha Yoga book, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which was written by Swami Swatma Rama. That book is very good, and even I also teach the, especially the Hatha Yoga. So I must say that you should study the Hatha Yoga Pradipika book.
The book you mentioned may it
Hmm.
not understandable for many of the people. For the beginner, any other book you want to suggest for the member to study or to so they can have the basic concept of yoga. Yeah, I know Hatha Yoga Patrika, but this book is very advanced. May the for the beginner people like some other people may not understandable and they feel very hard to read or something. So, any other book you would like to suggest for our member?
So for them, if they are completely beginners, like how I follow my first yoga book. When I go to the bookstores, when I there is a farewell of the books.
Yeah, book fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
book fair. There is a book fair. So always I go there and I always search for the two books. One is for the yoga, and if I find something like a paintings book, I always used to refer that. But in the yoga, there is a lots of book which is completely basic, which is given by our Indian yoga guru like Swami Ramdev Baba Ramdev. Okay, I take that book. Even in Ramdev Baba now you can get in the English also. So with the basic English also you can start with that book also for the
Okay.
basic knowledge.
What is the single most defining issue facing the global community today?
According to me, you know, lack of knowledge about the yoga, and they are started teaching the yoga. I will be not be saying that it's not my mean that those who did not did the yoga therapy in like graduation or the master degree, so maybe they did the 200 hours, 300 hours yoga teacher training course. Okay, so it's not like that you also cannot teach. Okay, both are good, both are good. But for them, there are some people still, there's those who have a completely lack of knowledge, and they have seen the YouTube channels or follow others maybe. Okay, and they become the yoga teacher. They make a fake certificates. They're making the fake certificates. Maybe they don't have that one, that quality, and they started the yoga. And when members are getting injured, when members are getting injury or some facing problem because of the yoga, then people, they are actually putting the misconception about the yoga, that yoga is not good for health, yoga is hurting, yoga, if I am doing the injury, then where is the yoga? So I must say that there should be, when many pupils, because I have lot of friends who did not did the graduation like me or someone else, but they have 200 hours, 500 hours, 600 hours yoga teacher training courses. Even I will honestly say that they are more better than me, because after coming to this field, they spend their time to learn yoga more and more. Many people I see that maybe they have did 100 hours or 200 hours course, and they have more knowledge what I have learned in my graduation. So this is the, this is the passion, that if you are in the yoga teacher, if you really you love this work, then you should do the self study. If you don't have the self study
And
and you just make the fake study, and then you become a yoga teacher and you see that, oh, it's okay, just inhale and exhale doing the posture, and after that I am enjoying my free time. So you are actually giving the misconception of the yoga to the members, and members are believing them also, and they are not asking for the authentication. So this is very hard to the teachers who have knowledge to have professionally, that they will put some good conception yoga on the members' mind, because they already have a, when you maybe you heard that slogan, that when your mind is already blues of thought, then how can you have the rosy thoughts? Already when someone put the bad some about yoga, then it's very difficult to put the something good about the yoga, because member brains already developed. They are not a kid that whatever you will tell they will understand. So we have to think from the, like the psychology conception of the human brains also.
we can change together. We
Yes,
should
we can
not
change
lose the
together.
hope. So
Yes.
hope is everywhere, and then
Mm.
nothing is late. So
Yeah, no,
I
no, no.
think
Yes, really is nothing is late. So that's why we are in the Vietnam. There are many good teachers also. They are walking like a teamwork. They are teamwork. We have started the TTC also. The purpose of the started of the TTC also, the same thing. Like we are teaching, like my company, our company is teaching the traditional yoga. Why? Just this is the reason. With the teamwork, we can give the proper knowledge about the yoga completely, and that's why our TTC is completely unique from any other course from all over the Vietnam.
are there any current project you're working on that you can tell about us?
Okay, so uh, actually I am involved already in one project from 2015, that is SDM, Stop Diabetes Movement, from the SKS University. Still, I am involved on that. And recently, I am doing one project, which is actually I have to do it necessarily because it is a part of my master degree, that I have to submit one project paper where I have done the research. So currently now I am working in the yoga for the schizophrenia. This is a very severe mental disorder where people suffer with the hallucinations and the delusions. So now this is I just started working in this project.
Uh, would you like to tell us about what are the subject you will learn in the your master degree, so people can know the what
Okay.
you learn exactly in master degree? I also would like to know
Okay.
why
So
the
in the
people should.
master degree, first of all, like there is a semester, first semester, second semester, third semester, and the fourth semester.
Total is a
Okay.
4 semester.
Total is the fourth semester. And first
Yes.
semester there is a seven subjects. That is
Mm.
seventh subject. In the seventh subject now, now I am learning. My examination is, it will start from the 27th of next week. Okay, so my subject is first, you will learn the common alignments. Common alignments is the second subject. Like a integrated approach. Hello, are you there?
Yeah. Okay, can hear you.
Yes. Sorry, maybe internet problem. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the on the my first semester, like I am learning the yoga for common alignments. Okay, which is yoga for all the disease. There are 27 diseases we have to study. Okay, so we are covering that part first, IAYT, like integrated approach of the special therapy. So let me give you a brief introduction about the common alignments. That our sequence and the protocol, like if you are suffering with the headache, if you are suffering with the knee pain, if you're suffering with the back pain, this is just the basic thing. But more you will study about the like neurological disorder, like Parkinson disease. Okay, Parkinson disease, and then cancer, then diabetes. This all, this yoga are completely researched in the S. Vyasa University, because in all over the world, only the research center is only in the S. Vyasa. So all the sequence, all the yoga classes of the particularly only with one disease is completely researched over there. And then our sequence comes. So that's why we say that integrated approach of the special therapy. So we are learning all that one. And the second subject is Upanishad and Darsanas. Like you will be, this is our Indian mythological. Also, completely there is a best on the yoga itself, because yoga comes from Upanishad, Darsanas, and then our traditional book like Bhagavad Gita. Because when there is a yoga, so we have to study about the psychology also, to study about the human psychology. Okay, so the psychology start from the Mahabharata, from the Bhagavad Gita. It started from the like Arjun psychology. So we have to study those subjects also. And then there will be a disaster management also. Disaster management also, we got training like if suppose there is an accident on the road. Okay, there is an accident on the road, and that the witness, okay, the victim is completely on the road, and maybe his hand broken or the leg broken, completely bleeding, unconsciousness. So on the spot, what you can do suddenly before the ambulance come to him, how to give the CPR, how to blow the oxygens to him. Okay, these are all the training completely they gives us. Even if there is a flood comes, how you will save them, those who are drawing into the water, these things. And if there is a fire, the fire brigade, how you will take the help from the fire brigade, that also help completely. So these are also the training part in the yoga itself. And then there is a subject like music, which called as a bhakti yoga. We learn lot of yoga class, a lot of bhajan sections for the mental level, yoga for mental level. Then there is a book of karma yoga. We learn about the karma yoga. We have lot of works. And there is a book of research methodology also, how to take the how to do the survey, how to collect the data, how it will help in your research center, this all. And then again, second semester, it will be the subject will be changing. Maybe you will get the English. Okay, and maybe you will get the biochemistry, like how to do the blood test, how to do the take another test, like all the medical, you will know how to learn all this.
What
And then
advice would you like to
third
give?
semester, and and the hello, and the third semester is completely on your 6 months, completely it will be on your hospital training. They will teach you how to deal with the patient, different patients. That 6 month is complete, is too much importance.
Mhm. What advice would you like to give someone who just starting on their yoga journey?
First, I will ask them to. You should first. I will ask the question that how you know about the yoga and why you want to do the yoga. What is the purpose? Okay. So, like, if he know the purpose, he or she know the purpose that if you are doing for the health, or some pupils do yoga for the spiritual purpose. They want to open the third eye. They want to connect with the Jivatma, with the Paramatma. So when you having your answer of why, that why you want to join the yoga, you will start getting the result very quickly. And if they want the physical in the yoga, physical exercise, then I will talk about some what you can do, what you cannot do. If you have some health issue problem, then what you should do this, you should not do this. What are the safety things you can take? These are I'm going to suggest. But my first question, first you have to clear yourself that why you are joining this yoga.
What is your favorite book?
I have read many books about the yoga and different books also. But there is one book which talks about the, you know, um, actually I used to read a lot of books about the psychology only. I have much interested in that psychology books. So I follow, there is one Robinson of psychology book. I used to read
Okay.
that. That is my favorite book.
Author, do you know author? So you can would like tell author name so our member can also to study or
No, I am not remember. I'm not remember.
oh, it's okay. So
Maybe
what
I
is
can
your
tell
favorite
you
meal?
later.
What is your favorite meal you would like to make at home when you free?
Okay, so, I don't have any like favorite like that, but I love to cooking. I love to cook. Many times I use see in the YouTube and I start cooking whatever I get. But especially I cook the sweet, like our traditional food is like a payas, the khiram,
Yeah,
kheer
okay.
that I cook usually.
Rice sweet,
Anything which
rice
is
sweet.
contains sweet, yeah, sweet, which is contains sweet, I want to cook that one.
Okay. What is your favorite movie? Do you watch movie?
Yeah, of course I watch movie. There is one movie in Indian. It is an Indian Bollywood movie. Actually, the movie is basically depends on the army. And in my childhood, I always wanted to be an army. That was my a dream. So that movie is also based on the army. It talks about the army discipline and the life. So the Mahuna is one movie which was my favorite, and many members in my family also, they also belongs to army family. So that's why that movie is my favorite. Still, many times, if it is given the TV, then still I see that movie.
What do you like to do for fun that non-related to yoga?
My hobby
Can
is
you
my
hear?
painting,
Yeah, your
passion.
hobby is painting.
Yeah, yeah, hobby is my painting. So can I say something? I have something to tell you about the painting.
Yeah, okay. Can.
Like painting is my passion. I completely crazy about the paintings. That I feel that it is my God gift and it is my essence of pain. When I something I feel like emotions are a bit sad or a bit stressed, then I just take the drawing book and the pencil. And I never learned painting. I never been to any drawing school or something, but still I draw. And 2015, when the world first yoga day conducted in Delhi, Rajpath. So from my university, I went to Prime Minister and I give one portrait of Narendra Modi to him,
Wow.
and many more like in Baba Ramdev also, the Chief Minister of Karnataka.
What do
So I
you?
love to do
Who is
paintings. That is my main emotion. Yeah.
who is your greatest inspiration?
My greatest inspiration. I have a lot of inspiration, but still I have one favorite person in my life whom I am with inspired with. That is my own teacher, Pravir Karmakar, Professor Pravir Karmakar.
Yes. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Are you getting me?
Yeah, yeah, but not so clear.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear. You can keep talking. Yeah, okay.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi, yeah,
So my inspiration is my own teacher, Professor Pravir Karmakar. Yeah.
yes. Okay. Okay. If you were stuck on an island, what three things would you bring with you?
Yes. It's a network connection problem. Okay.
Okay. I repeat one more time for you.
Yeah.
If you
Yes.
were in an on an island, what are the three things would you like to bring with you? If you were
First,
stuck, just
yeah, three things I will take. First, camera. Second, yoga mat. And third is always with me. That is my painting book and the
okay.
laptop. That's all.
What your three? What is your favorite TV series? Do you watch TV?
Yes,
TV
I
series?
watch TV. Yes.
Okay.
So my TV series is actually from 2014. I am not watching any TV. Okay. So before 2014, I was always watching two series. One is Mad in the Pogo channel. It used to give. There are a lot of that belongs to completely paintings. Okay. So I want to learn the painting from them. So that's why I that was my favorite TV series. And more before, I used to one TV series is called in the Doordarshan National Channel of India. It's Shaktiman. That
Shaktiman.
was my
Yes.
yeah, that was my favorite. And now might be you are thinking that like it's belongs to kids, so why it is my favorite? You know, uh, actually in that Shaktiman series, I learned first time about the chakras. Maybe if you see that one, that the Shaktiman when used to sit for the meditation, in the back there are many
Yeah.
lights,
Yes.
circle, circle, circle. I was thinking what those are. Then I come to know the basic introduction that those are all the chakras, which completely our lifestyle, our life actually comes to, depends on that all those seven chakras, and which only can be activated with the yoga. So I learned that one from that series. That's why that is my favorite. It was my favorite.
What is your favorite song to dance?
I can say like I used to dance in the slow song. Yeah, I choose always slow song to dance, but I am not a dancer, not a professional dancer. But I dance some of like two or three my cultural Bengali dance.
You
My
can
dance teacher was
you can dance
Pinky.
now. Okay. What is your favorite quote or affirmation or mantra?
I follow only one, that is Be and Make, which was given by Swami Vivekananda,
Okay.
who is the Indian monk, and he is known for the wonderful speech he have given. in the American, the Chicago.
Chicago.
He introduced the he introduced the Hinduism and the yoga in Europe and the America first. So he called as a yogi, the best yogi. If you read the, yeah, you was asking one which was a favorite book. I can suggest that one, that you should always raise the biopic of the Swami Vivekananda. Then you will understand the yoga completely. No
I
need to
have
follow
read
any
it.
other book.
I have read it because I also belong to. I used to study in the uh, Bharat Sevashram Sangha. So there's a
Ah,
many
okay.
activity with the Swami Vivekananda, and we used to have a lot of activity actually, and then many things actually. So I know about this, and we also have studied the Swami Vivekananda. And the book you taught me that
Biopic.
very biopic, and also a lot of related to Swamiji.
Swamiji, yes, yes.
What is your biggest question in your life?
I was, I don't have any. First of all, I was not having any question in my life because that time I was not unaware of the yoga. But when I read the Upanishad and there was one chapter like Brahmin, reality, what is the reality? Then I asked the question myself. There was one question, which is very biggest question in my life, that who am I? Who am I? And what is the purpose to come into this world? This is my biggest question. So still the process is going on. Let me find this answer, and maybe I will find this answer in the yoga only.
Is yoga a way of life or way to exercise and meditate? What do you think?
Actually, yoga is a way of life. But when you are taking the yoga in a way of life, so the your physical exercise and the meditation also will come inside. This is not actually separate. This all things come under the yoga way of life. Meditation also come in the way of life, and the exercise also come in the yoga as a way of life. You should know that in what way are you doing the exercise, in what way you are doing the meditation. The yogic way is the doing the meditation, yogic way you are doing the exercise.
Do you believe it is an alternative form of medicine or healing?
According to me, not belief, yoga is only the alternative medicine.
Do you feel yoga more mental or physical?
Both. Yoga works with the mental also, and it's also physically well-being also, because mind and body is connected. You cannot say that yoga only work with the mind, or you cannot say that yoga work only with the physical. If yoga are you are doing for the mental, then mental is dealing with your physical. When your mental is all right, then your physical will be completely right. And if you are doing yoga with the physical, if your physical is also right, then your mind will be also good. Like we study that in the psychology, psychosomatic and somatopsychic, mind to body and body to mind. So yoga is for both.
What has yoga done for you as a person? Not, we don't talk about the member or you do something. As a person, what yoga did done for you as a person?
This is very difficult question. Okay. So through my life completely, like before, when I was unaware of the yoga, I was a different person. My perception was different actually. Okay. Means very easy to get angry, first of all. I don't understand what I have decided. I will do that, whether it is wrong or right. I don't have the understanding which is right or wrong. If I choose that one, I will do. So with that case, I felt that I always take a wrong decision. Means I was having the problem of the decisions making also. And in any part, I was unable to take a decision. Means a proper, I don't have a confidence in anything. My confidence level was is also less. My knowledge was less. Okay, my behavior was not good. Like before, honestly, I'm speaking, before the yoga journey, I have one bad habit. I used to smoke also. I used to smoke also. Okay, frankly I'm speaking, I used to smoke. And then when I come to the yoga, still I was smoking. But after a certain point, after a certain point, some books like of the yoga and the practice, somewhere I found that what I am doing and why I am doing this. What is the purpose of doing this all? First, it was work on my Gyan yoga, like intellectual. I started asking the questions. The question developing I arises in my life through the yoga. And when the question arises, then I started finding the answers. And when I started finding the answer, I started doing the implementation on me. So now people say I have like what I am now. I no need to speak, but members said, but people said around me that now you are compared to before. You are very kind and polite. The way you talk before, you always talk rough and rush. Now your words is also very sweet. Always you motivate. Before I always try to pull the other people to the negative because I am also don't know what I am doing. But now I try to make them positive. I learn positivity from the yoga and I help them to convert your thinking first. This is yoga, give me a gift, as you said.
Do you feel anyone can enjoy and gain from yoga?
Yes, anyone can gain, anyone can enjoy. There is no doubt.
What type of yoga do you teach? Please explain.
I teach Hatha yoga. That is my mainstream. I, in Vietnam, I teaching many yogas, but in the mainstream, I teach especially the Hatha yoga. And as we know that we have nadis, left and right nostrils nadis. So ha and tha is the opposite, opposite gender, male and female, or you can say sun or moon, or you can say the pranic shakti or the mental shakti. So when this two energy is get disbalanced in the body, so all will be become like bad luck. It's not only your physical disbalance, not only you will get sick, not only you will get sick, or maybe you will have some health issue, some brain problem. It's not like that. So bad luck means suppose nothing is going well in your life, like many you are doing job, so there is a you will see up and down in the job. In your relationship, maybe you can find that ups and downs in the relationships. Why? There is a big question, there is a very deep meaning. So there is an energy, there is energy always, there is a black energy and white energy, negative energy and the positive energy. So some of your maybe your previous karma which helps make your luck like that. Somewhere is a balance, somewhere is not balanced. So I have to ask the question why. That somewhere is right, but somewhere I'm not getting the wrong. I have to find that one. I have to find. So for them, Hatha Yoga actually try to help them to find that one and make all the energy, left energy and the right energy balanced.
How is the COVID situation in Vietnam? How it affect you?
Right now, the COVID situation in Vietnam is completely worse. Okay, completely worse. Um, Even now, I am in the which city? That city is highly affected. Even my ward, my area, and my city is completely affected. So I think more than 2.5 month. Yeah, more than 2.5 months we are in the lockdown completely. So of course it is affected in the my financial condition. My financial condition it affected a lot. But still I learned in this period a lot because as I said that I joined right now, I'm doing a master degree. So I thought that I will manage, I will do my job also and I will learn also. But now I am thinking that if there is a no lockdown, maybe I cannot pass in my first semester exam. So now it's my timing, now it's my timing like morning start from the 10, morning start from the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's my completely study, sitting in the same place and lot of books I have to study and after only 1 hour for break for the lunch. Sometimes I miss the lunch also, and again in the evening also continue with the study, and it 1:30 or 2 a.m. until in the midnight I have to study. Still I see that there are still more studies I have to study. When I will cover, I don't know.
That's why we
So
should
I
always
use,
believe. That's why we
sorry.
should always believe ki whatever happen, it has a reason.
Yes, whatever happened, it has a reason. Sometimes
Always
you should
go
take in the
with.
positive way.
Yeah,
So
so we
many
have
people,
to.
maybe they are just wasting the time. They can actually, this is a very good time for learning. Just think that God has given you this time.
Yes.
Maybe somewhere you're regretting, somewhere you did mistake, you did not got time to learn. So God has stopped the world for you. That again you learn, then again the world start accordingly with you. If you left behind, you can start again.
Yes, I also believe ki
Yeah.
there's a no
So
time limit, so everyone can restart the things. Just gain the knowledge and gain the some extra activity rather than talking and sad and uh, get the positive energy and use
so
it
keep,
next.
yes. See, many people are facing the problem of the panic. This, they have said that they are going in the anxiety or depressions. They are facing this problem because they are not busy. I was also feeling this problem, the same thing. When I started, when I come to know that this from this date, it will be lockdown. It will be lockdown completely. And I am the one, you know, who does not stay in one place. I don't like to stay a lot of time in one place. I cannot stay in the room in my house. I have to go out. Always I have to roam here and there. I am not the person to sit quiet in one place. So it was very difficult for me. It was very, very difficult for me. My friends are asking like my parents are asking that how you will face this situation because you don't know how to stay in your home. So then few days I started this problem becoming sad or depression. I used to call my friends, and then when I got the exam timetable and I started my study, I don't know where is the sad gone, where is the depression gone. I don't have that time for all those.
How yoga can help during this pandemic?
Yoga can help, like first in this current situation, like I said, that many people are getting the panic attack, getting the anxiety, because this actually affecting your mental health. Maybe you are physically right, but it is affecting your mental health because of the fear, because of the panic. They are taking the stress too much, that now there is no earning. How can I run my family? How can I see my kids? Okay, how can we get the food? For the rich people is okay, but there are many poor people also. For them, if one day they don't go to earn, they cannot get the food for the lunch. Those who are rich, they can use for the savings. Okay, so for them, those who are getting this problem like panic attack or anxiety, so they are even like COVID mainly affecting our the immune system, mainly affecting our immune system, which is like a, the main thing in our body to fight with the fight with the any kind of virus. So there is only now the yoga and the naturopathy, like yogic foods, also yogic foods, and then the practice of the yoga, like some postures are there which you can make your immunity strong. If your immunity is strong, then it's not easy to touch COVID. I will not say that it will be 100% walk. That depends on your health, but it will help you 70 to 75% to fight with the COVID. Then you
Give
can do the
some
meditation and the pranayama for your mental health.
give some inspiration for those who want to practice and learn yoga.
For them, I will just keep only one thing, that is very basic, and that is only the main thing. I just think that keep on practicing, and don't keep the expectations of anything. Like maybe some people do the expectation that after yoga I will get this result, and when they don't get the result, they are taking another stress in the mind, they feel again sad. So you just keep on practicing. With the practicing only, you will get the mastery over the posture or anything. Only practice makes a man perfect.
So
This is
that's
my
why.
big inspiration I must give to everyone.
So that was a Pattabhi was telling. K Pattabhi is telling yoga is 99% practice and 1%
Yes,
theory.
yes, one yes, right, actually.
So keep practicing and everything comes to you. So thank you
Yes,
very much, Master Dev, to be with us.
yes.
And we also would like to thank all our members to join this interview, online interview. And thanks for your support and love. Uh, we would like to say bye to Master Dev. And don't forget to join our next session with Master Pius tomorrow, same time, 8 a.m. Body Soul Yoga Studio Facebook page. Namaste. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you everyone. Stay well, stay healthy, stay in home. Okay, take care everyone. So bye bye.